Hi guys, it's been a while since I've done a formal video like this, so um, anyway, there was a topic I wanted to address because I've been getting a lot of messages and links and videos and people I've met in person where the topic has come up about whether or not people should take medication for psychiatric conditions. I tend to get a little defensive because of how many times I've had to argue my case. People who don't know me and the course of my disorder and the things it's affected in my life and how much better I function when my medication is in line. I kind of get a feeling of defensiveness and that I need to explain myself and argue my position, and I really shouldn't have to. A lot of times people will say, well, I understand it's an individual personal decision, and then they proceed to do exactly what they say they didn't wrote that they weren't going to do to try to talk me out of taking my medication. So this video is going to really be about me and my decision to go with meds. It is a personal, individual decision. I hope that your decision is an informed decision and didn't result from, well, I heard this bad thing happen to that person, so I'm not going to try meds, or one crazy doctor gave you a crappy medication and it made you feel crappy, so you're never going to try it again. Unfortunately, with bipolar disorder and medication treatment, there are many options, many different kinds of drugs that do some of the same things that you can try, but sometimes it is time and trial and error because everybody reacts differently. I base my decision on medication, to go with medication, based on my personal experiences and things I have observed in other people's lives with bipolar disorder. Okay, so life without meds, life before meds, life when I wasn't getting the right meds for me yet. The symptoms of bipolar disorder ruined a lot of things for me. As you know, when you have episodes of mania and depression, certain behaviors tend to come out that are often at odds to what you normally would ever do. It destroyed, ruined, stole bipolar disorder and its symptoms, stole my career as a registered nurse, because during a manic episode I did something completely opposite of what I would normally do. I stole narcotics, not to get high, but because I was having delusions of grandeur and thought I could get away with things, and I was bored and I thought everybody around me was a peon and I was way above them and I was going to do it for fun to get away with it, and my brain was completely off. And when I came down from that after about 4 to 6 weeks and realized what I'd done, that very night at work I called and turned myself in, because that was me, the one that took responsibility, the one that chose to surrender her nursing license so she wouldn't be tempted again later in a manic episode when you're doing kind of well, that you can do nursing again and still do something, because I was putting myself in danger. I was putting patients in danger by they were supposed to be getting so much of a medication, and I was shorting them to take it. So I was a complete fanatic in patient advocacy, and I was a great nurse, and those were things that I never, ever, ever in my right mind would have done. It's ruined relationships, those symptoms, alienated people, the tantrums, the throwing things, the misinterpreting things, being suspicious and paranoid, annoying to be around, depressing to be around. I was engaged, and he pretty much dumped me my mother's doorstep. Let's see, robbed me of my self-esteem. Oh gosh, the not working, the gaining weight, the symptoms of depression, of low self-esteem, and then the disability, and it was just having to give up my independence, of having to live with my mom because I was not able to function, to live on my own. It was not safe. I lost my sense of self because everything, it was so present, the disorder, when medication is not working or not existent. It is so everywhere in every part of my life. I was unable to figure out. I lost who I was. For a long time, all I was bipolar symptoms, because they were controlling everything, and I was just scrambling to keep up. And lost sense of identity. I was the hard worker. I was the ambitious person. I was the person that did well in education and work, and was rational, and said self-control, and those are all things that are totally out of character for, and bipolar symptoms. Those caused me to be someone I was not. And all these behaviors and destruction, when you have a mood episode, you've lost your money, lost your relationship, and your job, and whatever else, then you have to clean up the freaking mess that you've made. So if you didn't have a problem with all those behaviors and sensations and symptoms, there wouldn't be messes to clean up. My thoughts were jagged, felt jagged and random. I couldn't organize information that was coming in. I couldn't prioritize anything. I couldn't make decisions. And I was very dependent. Because of those things, I was unable to function, to make decisions and do things in the right order, that I was constantly having to ask my mom, what do I do next? How do I do that? Simple things. And if I got frustrated, I would become overwhelmed and freeze and freak out. I'm going to stop here because this is going to run into yet another video here.